Have you ever paused to wonder, truly wonder, how much quality time you might still have ahead once you cross the age of 65? Each year beyond that milestone often feels more valuable, more fleeting, and more urgent to protect. The truth is, your body is already whispering clues to you, subtle signals that can reveal how many vibrant, healthy years may still be waiting on your horizon. Some people in their mid-60s and beyond continue to move through life with remarkable energy, clear minds, strong bodies, and a deep sense of purpose. They seem almost untouched by time, living each day with vitality and enthusiasm. Others, however, begin to notice the shifts: a slowing gait, persistent aches, lingering fatigue, weaker muscles, or a quiet loss of confidence in their physical resilience. It's not just the number of candles on the birthday cake that marks the difference. It's the condition of the body, the sharpness of the mind, and the strength of the spirit. What separates these two paths? Surprisingly, it's not just luck or even genetics, as many once believed. It often comes down to a few key indicators, signs hidden in plain sight, that silently predict the road ahead. Recognizing these signs early can make all the difference between thriving in your later years or struggling through them. The sooner you notice them, the sooner you can take control of your health, rebuild your strength, and shape your future in a more powerful way. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into 7 crucial signs that doctors, researchers, and longevity experts have identified as clear predictors of your future health and lifespan after 65. These aren't myths, guesses, or old wives' tales. They are real, scientifically observed patterns found among those who have lived long, healthy, and fulfilling lives. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know so I can make better videos for you. Now let's get started. Sign 1. Your walking speed. One of the most profound and reliable indicators of how long you might live after 65 isn't hidden in the intricate details of your genetic code, tucked away in your medical history, or dependent on the latest health trend that's making the rounds. No, it's something much simpler, more immediate, and often overlooked: your walking speed. This seemingly ordinary aspect of your daily life holds incredible insight into your overall health and longevity. Research has consistently shown that individuals who maintain a steady, brisk walking pace into their mid-60s and beyond often outlive their slower counterparts, enjoying better health, more energy, and a higher quality of life. Walking speed is not just about how quickly you can cover ground or how fast you can get from point A to point B. It's a direct reflection of a much more complex system that includes the strength and resilience of your muscles, the efficiency of your heart and lungs, the sharpness of your balance, and even the vitality of your brain. In essence, how fast you walk speaks volumes about the overall condition of your body and how well all its systems are functioning. Consider 2 men, Samuel and Victor, both 67 years old. Samuel has made it a daily habit to take a brisk walk through his neighborhood each morning. His steps are purposeful, confident, and steady. Whether he's crossing the street, climbing a set of stairs, or keeping pace with his energetic grandkids, he moves effortlessly, his body functioning like a well-oiled machine. He feels strong, flexible, and mentally sharp. Everything from his muscles to his mind is working in harmony. For Samuel, a brisk pace isn't just a sign of fitness. It's a clear indicator that his cardiovascular system, muscle strength, and even his mental focus are still sharp and resilient. On the other hand, Victor, also 67, used to be equally active, but has seen his walking speed slow down over the past few years. Where he once bounded upstairs or moved briskly to catch up with friends, now he finds himself getting winded more easily, struggling to keep up during conversations, or feeling unsteady on his feet when standing up from a chair. Even something as simple as stepping onto a curb feels a little more challenging. Victor might brush it off as a normal part of aging, but his slowing pace is actually an important sign that his body's systems may not be functioning at their best. His struggles could point to underlying issues such as cardiovascular concerns, declining muscle strength, poor circulation, or even subtle changes in his nervous system or brain health. The truth is, your legs are the foundation of your independence and vitality. They carry you through life, helping you maintain balance, mobility, and strength. When they start to weaken, it often signals a broader physical decline, affecting not just your mobility, but your overall resilience to the aging process. But here's the good news. Walking speed isn't a fixed trait. It's something you can work on and improve no matter your age. If you notice your pace slowing down, don't simply accept it as a given. The sooner you take action, the more likely you'll be able to maintain your strength and independence for years to come. Start by incorporating more walks into your routine, even if it's just a short stroll around your neighborhood. Gradually increase the distance and pace, and consider adding some light resistance training to build muscle strength and stability. Simple exercises like squats, lunges, or using light weights can have a profound impact on your ability to stay strong and keep moving. In addition, balance exercises such as standing on one leg for a few seconds can enhance your coordination and prevent falls, which become more likely when walking speed declines. Over time, these small but consistent efforts can make a world of difference. You'll find that your walking speed improves, yes, but even more importantly, you'll be strengthening your body and boosting your overall health. A steady, brisk pace isn't just about how fast you move today. It's about the quality of your life in the years ahead. The more you move now, the more you invest in your future health and vitality. In a very real way, how fast you move through life today can offer an early glimpse into how many vibrant years you still have ahead. If you take care of your legs, they'll continue to carry you forward for many years to come. So don't ignore your walking speed. It might just be the simplest and clearest indicator your body is offering to let you know how much longer and how much better you'll be able to move through life. Sign 2. Your grip strength. Believe it or not, one of the most telling indicators of your future health and longevity could be right in the palm of your hand. The strength of your handshake, yes, you heard that correctly, might reveal more about your overall vitality than any complex medical test or expensive procedure. Studies have consistently shown that grip strength is one of the most powerful and reliable predictors of how healthy and independent you'll be as you age, particularly for adults over the age of 65. A firm, confident handshake or a strong grip isn't just a sign of a good first impression. It often reflects robust muscle health, good blood circulation, and a nervous system that's still firing on all cylinders. These are all fundamental building blocks for a long, active, and fulfilling life. On the flip side, a weakening grip can be a subtle but significant warning sign. It could signal a decline in muscle mass and strength, increased frailty, and an elevated risk of experiencing health complications such as falls, injuries, or slower recovery times, all of which can drastically affect the quality of life and even lifespan. Let's take a closer look at two men, Richard and Harold, both 69 years old. Richard has always been known for his strong, confident handshake, a signature of his physical health. He stays active by engaging in lightweight training and enjoys a variety of activities like hiking and cycling. Richard doesn't have any trouble carrying groceries, opening jars, or even handling heavier household tasks. When he grips something, it's a clear reflection of his internal strength, stamina, and overall vitality. Richard's grip strength isn't just about his hands. It's an outward sign that his muscles, bones, and nervous system are still working harmoniously, keeping him fit, resilient, and ready to take on the challenges of life. Now let's look at Harold, also 69. Harold used to be just as active as Richard, but recently he started noticing subtle changes. Tasks that once felt easy, like twisting open a bottle cap, carrying bags of groceries, or even holding onto a heavy shopping bag, began to feel more difficult and tiring. He'd brush it off, thinking it was simply a part of the aging process. "It's just what happens as you get older," he would tell himself. But Harold didn't realize that his weakening grip wasn't just an isolated issue. It could be the early signs of a broader decline in his muscle health. As muscles gradually weaken, the body becomes more vulnerable. Harold may not have connected the dots, but his struggles with simple tasks are a warning that muscle mass and strength are diminishing. The effects can cascade quickly. Weaker muscles lead to a reduced ability to perform everyday activities, increased risk of falls, slower recovery times from injuries, and even decreased energy levels. Over time, these changes can chip away at Harold's independence, making it harder for him to live the active, fulfilling life he once enjoyed. Your grip strength is one of the first areas of your body to reveal these kinds of changes, but it's also one of the most easily overlooked. Yet your hands can tell you a lot about your overall health. When your grip weakens, it's often a sign that your body's muscle mass is deteriorating overall. And it's not just your hands that are affected. The gradual loss of strength in your arms and legs could start to compound, making it more difficult to maintain your physical independence and stability. The good news is that your grip strength doesn't have to decline indefinitely. It's not a lost cause. With small, consistent efforts, you can rebuild and maintain a strong grip at any age. Simple exercises can make a big difference. For example, squeezing a tennis ball or using hand grippers for just a few minutes each day can help improve muscle strength and endurance. Alternatively, carrying groceries without using a cart or engaging in basic resistance training for your arms and shoulders can provide an excellent boost to your overall muscle health and grip. These daily habits don't require much time or equipment, yet they can make a massive impact on your strength, stability, and vitality. Building and maintaining your grip strength isn't just about keeping your hands strong. It's about preserving your independence, enhancing your stability, and ensuring that you stay physically capable and confident in all aspects of life. A strong grip reflects a strong body, and that strength doesn't just translate to physical tasks. It impacts your mental and emotional resilience too. So, if you've noticed that your handshake isn't as firm as it used to be, or if you find yourself struggling with everyday tasks that once felt easy, don't ignore these small signs. Taking action today can make a huge difference in how well you age tomorrow. Sign 3. Your ability to balance is one of those things that most people take for granted until they start to lose it. We rarely give much thought to the simple act of standing steadily on one foot or walking without tripping, but the truth is your ability to balance can be one of the strongest and most telling predictors of how long and how well you'll live after the age of 65. In fact, recent research has found that adults who struggle with basic balance tasks are significantly more prone to serious falls, fractures, and even cognitive decline. And the ability to maintain balance well into your later years isn't just about avoiding accidents. It's also closely linked to your overall health, brain function, and independence. Those who keep their balance sharp into their late 60s and 70s are not only less likely to suffer from falls or other physical injuries, but also tend to enjoy longer, healthier lives with fewer accidents and sharper mental faculties. Think of two women, Diane and Linda, both 68 years old, and you'll see the stark contrast between someone who prioritizes balance and someone who doesn't. Diane is someone who has always valued movement as a cornerstone of her daily routine. She incorporates balance-focused activities into her life, such as daily walks, yoga sessions several times a week, and specific balance drills designed to keep her body stable and strong. As a result, Diane can lift one foot off the ground, stand tall without wobbling, and even flow into advanced yoga poses with grace and confidence, all without needing to reach for support. Her balance isn't just an accident of good genes, it's the result of consistent practice and attention to her body's needs. This attention to balance means that Diane not only has better physical stability, but also enjoys enhanced coordination and mental clarity, which contribute to her overall well-being. On the other hand, Linda, though also 68, never gave much thought to her balance. Over the years, she didn't make any particular effort to improve her coordination or challenge herself physically in ways that would help her maintain balance. Now, she finds that even lifting one foot off the floor for a few seconds makes her feel unstable and teetering. Linda often needs to grab onto furniture, walls, or other objects just to keep steady, and she assumes this is simply a normal part of aging. She brushes it off as an inevitable decline, but what Linda doesn't realize is that her declining balance is not just a minor inconvenience. It's a critical warning from her body that things aren't functioning as well as they should. Good balance is not simply a matter of luck. It is the product of a healthy body, including strong muscles, effective coordination, a resilient nervous system, and a brain that is actively engaged in maintaining stability. When any one of these systems begins to weaken, balance starts to suffer, and that's when falls become more likely. Even a small stumble can lead to broken bones, long recovery times, and a loss of independence. For older adults, balance is even more crucial because of the higher risks of falls and the subsequent complications that can arise from them. Once balance starts to fade, it can signify a broader physical decline that could lead to immobility, hospitalization, and even a reduced quality of life. The encouraging news, however, is that balance is a skill, not an unchangeable trait. It's something you can improve, and the earlier you start working on it, the better your results will be. Just like any other physical skill, balance requires consistent practice. Incorporating balance-focused exercises into your routine can have a significant impact on how stable you feel in daily life. Simple activities like standing on one leg while brushing your teeth or walking heel to toe in a straight line for a few steps can help train your muscles and your brain to work together more effectively. Practicing Tai Chi or yoga is another fantastic way to improve balance, as these activities promote stability, flexibility, and body awareness. Want to test your balance right now? Try this quick exercise. Stand up, lift one foot just a few inches off the ground, and see if you can hold that position for at least 10 seconds without swaying or reaching for support. It sounds simple, but for many, even this short amount of time can be a challenge. If you find yourself swaying, grabbing for a nearby chair, or feeling unstable, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Your body is sending you a clear message that balance isn't what it used to be, and this is the perfect time to start taking action. The good news is you don't need to make huge changes to start improving your balance. Just a few minutes of practice every day can have a dramatic effect over time. If you start now, you'll find that your body becomes steadier, stronger, and more confident in its movements. Sign 4. Your sleeping patterns. How well you sleep at night doesn't just affect your energy levels the next day. It can have a profound impact on how long you live and the quality of your life after the age of 65. Sleep is not simply a time when your body shuts down for the night. It's a critical period when essential processes take place that directly influence your overall health. During sleep, your cells repair and regenerate, your immune system strengthens, and your brain gets the chance to clear out toxins that may contribute to cognitive decline and conditions like Alzheimer's disease. In fact, sleep has been shown to be so important for aging adults that several large studies have revealed that those who consistently enjoy high-quality sleep tend to live longer, stay mentally sharp, and maintain better health overall compared to those who struggle with sleep. To illustrate this, let's consider two men, Samuel and Dean, both 72 years old. Samuel has always prioritized good sleep hygiene and cultivated healthy habits over the years. He makes sure to go to bed at the same time every night, allowing himself at least 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep. He wakes up feeling rested and energized, ready to take on the challenges of the day. Samuel's sleep is deep and restorative, and it shows in the clarity of his thoughts, the energy he brings to his daily activities, and his overall sense of well-being. He rarely feels fatigued and enjoys vibrant health, staying active and mentally sharp as the years pass. Dean, on the other hand, has a different experience with sleep. Over the past few years, his nights have become more fragmented. He struggles to fall asleep, wakes up multiple times during the night, and often finds himself tossing and turning. Even though he spends enough time in bed, he wakes up feeling groggy, sluggish, and drained. Initially, Dean thought this might just be a normal part of getting older, something inevitable that he couldn't control. However, as time went on, he started to notice more concerning signs: forgetfulness, lower energy levels, irritability, and even mood swings. His doctor also pointed out that his blood pressure had started to rise, which he learned could be linked to his poor sleep. What Dean didn't realize was that disrupted sleep isn't just an inconvenience or a minor nuisance. It's actually a major health warning. Chronic sleep disturbances have been shown to contribute to a range of health problems, including cognitive decline, cardiovascular disease, weight gain, and even a weakened immune system. It's not just about the quantity of sleep you get, it's the quality that really matters. Sleep disturbances in older adults can stem from a variety of factors, including stress, poor diet, lack of physical movement, or an inconsistent sleep routine. But it can also signal deeper issues like sleep apnea, a condition that frequently goes undiagnosed in older adults, and can have serious consequences for your heart and brain health. The good news, however, is that improving your sleep quality is possible. And it doesn't require drastic changes. In fact, small, consistent efforts can lead to significant improvements in the quality of your rest, and by extension, in your overall health. If you've been struggling with sleep, start by implementing a few simple habits into your routine. Try to limit screen time, such as TV, smartphones, or computers, at least an hour before bed, as the blue light emitted from screens can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Exposing yourself to natural sunlight in the morning can help reset your body's circadian rhythm, making it easier to fall asleep at night. Maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, can also do wonders for your sleep quality. Avoiding large meals or caffeine late in the day will prevent indigestion or a rush of energy that can keep you awake. And creating a calming environment in your bedroom can help signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Keeping your room dark, cool, and quiet is crucial for deep sleep, as is using comfortable bedding that promotes relaxation. It might seem like small changes, but these habits can make a significant difference in how deeply and how restfully you sleep. Over time, your body will thank you by offering better sleep, sharper thinking, improved mood, and a more energized life. Here's something you can try tonight. Take a few moments to assess your current sleep patterns. How well do you sleep? How often do you wake up during the night? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning, energized or groggy? Pay attention to these details and think about what small changes you can start making tonight to improve your sleep. Sign 5. Your appetite and eating habits. The way you eat and your appetite after the age of 65 can tell you more about your future health than you might think. How much you eat, the types of food you choose, and how consistently you nourish your body are all significant factors in how well you age. A strong, healthy appetite coupled with good eating habits forms the foundation for maintaining strength, energy, and resilience as you grow older. Eating is not just about filling your stomach, it's about providing your body with the nutrients it needs to heal, fight off diseases, and keep every system running efficiently. When you give your body the right fuel, it rewards you with sustained energy, mental sharpness, and a healthier immune system. However, if you experience a sudden drop in appetite, start neglecting proper food choices, or unintentionally lose weight, it can be a red flag for underlying issues that may be speeding up the aging process and weakening your body from within. It's easy to overlook changes in your eating habits and chalk them up to getting older, but the reality is that these small signs could be an early indication of health problems that need attention. Let's consider two women, Lorraine and Denise, both 74 years old. Lorraine has always had a deep appreciation for food. She still enjoys cooking meals packed with colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. She's always been someone who sees food as a vital part of nourishing her body, not just for enjoyment, but for its healing properties. Lorraine's appetite remains strong and stable, and she consistently maintains a healthy weight. As a result, her energy levels are high and she stays socially engaged, hosting dinner parties and staying connected with friends and family. Her body gets the fuel it needs to continue thriving well into her 70s, and it shows in her vitality. On the other hand, Denise has started to notice a slow but steady decline in her appetite. Meals that once brought her joy now feel like a chore. She often skips breakfast, finds herself relying on processed snacks simply for convenience, and has unintentionally lost a significant amount of weight over the past year. Denise attributes these changes to the natural process of aging, brushing them off as just another part of getting older. However, what she doesn't realize is that a diminished appetite can often be a serious warning sign. For older adults, a poor appetite can be linked to a wide variety of hidden issues. Digestive problems, hormonal imbalances, depression, medication side effects, or even the early stages of cognitive decline can all impact the desire to eat. If left unchecked, a lack of proper nutrition can seriously affect your muscle mass, bone density, and immune system, leading to frailty, slower recovery times, and a higher risk for falls, infections, and even hospitalization. It's a dangerous cycle that can be hard to break once it starts, but the earlier you intervene, the better. The good news is that this is something you can address early on. If you've started noticing changes in your appetite, feeling full too quickly, losing interest in food, or unintentionally shedding pounds, it's crucial to take action. It might seem like a small issue, but when you don't nourish your body with the right nutrients, it can have a significant impact on your strength and well-being over time. The key is to focus on small, sustainable changes. Start by eating a variety of whole, nutrient-dense foods, making sure to include plenty of protein, fiber, healthy fats, and colorful fruits and vegetables. These foods provide the necessary building blocks to support your muscles, bones, and immune system, keeping you strong and resilient. If you're struggling to eat enough, try incorporating healthy snacks between meals to boost your calorie intake without overloading yourself at any one time. Nutrient-rich snacks like nuts, yogurt, smoothies, or protein bars can be a great way to support your body's energy needs. Hydration is another crucial factor, as even mild dehydration can affect your appetite and energy levels. Make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day, particularly as you age, when your thirst response may not be as sharp. And if these changes don't seem to help, it might be time to consult a doctor or a dietitian. They can help identify any underlying health conditions that may be impacting your appetite or weight and guide you on the right path to improving your nutrition. This is especially important if you've noticed a significant weight loss that you can't explain, or if you're finding it difficult to get enough calories or nutrients. So, ask yourself today, are you still enjoying your meals? Are you getting enough protein, fiber, healthy fats, and key nutrients to fuel your body's needs? Or have you noticed that food has become less appealing and your energy levels are slipping away? Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress. How you handle stress after 65 may reveal more about your future health and your longevity than almost any other factor. Stress isn't just a feeling, it leaves physical marks on your body. Chronic unmanaged stress weakens the immune system, raises blood pressure, increases the risk of heart disease, and even speeds up cellular aging. On the other hand, people who find ways to cope with life's pressures tend to stay healthier, more resilient, and mentally sharper for much longer. In fact, researchers have found that emotional resilience, the ability to bounce back from difficulties, is a powerful predictor of living a longer, more vibrant life. Take two men, Harold and Vincent, both 76 years old. Harold's life isn't without its share of problems. He's faced unexpected medical bills, family disagreements, and even some health scares of his own. But Harold has developed tools to manage stress. He practices mindfulness, enjoys regular walks with friends, and focuses on gratitude even during tough times. He doesn't pretend bad things don't happen, but he doesn't let them consume him either. Vincent, on the other hand, struggles with every bump in the road. Small problems feel overwhelming. He replays negative events in his mind, holds on to anger, and spends hours worrying about things he can't control. Over the years, Vincent's body has paid the price. High blood pressure, poor sleep, and constant fatigue have crept into his life, quietly but steadily eroding his health. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood. It triggers widespread inflammation inside your body, damaging your blood vessels, impairing your memory, weakening your immune system, and increasing your vulnerability to nearly every major age-related disease, from heart attacks to Alzheimer's. If you often find yourself feeling tense, irritable, anxious, or emotionally drained, your body is sending you a warning. Stress that lingers can quietly shorten your lifespan without you even realizing it. The good news is stress resilience is a skill you can build at any age. Simple daily practices like deep breathing exercises, short nature walks, journaling, connecting with supportive friends, or even practicing laughter and humor can dramatically reduce the harmful effects of stress on your body. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing a day can lower blood pressure and calm the mind. The key isn't to eliminate all stress. That's impossible, but rather to change how you respond to it. Ask yourself honestly, when life throws challenges your way, do you find ways to adapt and stay grounded, or do you let stress build up and take over? The ability to stay calm, flexible, and solution-focused is not just good for your emotional well-being. It's a powerful force in determining how long and how well you will live. If you're still here and getting value from these insights, comment the number 6 below to let me know you're still with us. And if you haven't already, now's a perfect time to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more essential tips to help you live a longer, stronger life. Your journey to better health and resilience starts today, and your future self will be so glad you took the first step. Sign 7. Your social connections. When we think about living longer, most of us immediately focus on diet, exercise, or genetics. But there's another factor often overlooked that can be just as powerful. And that's the strength of your social connections. After 65, the quality and consistency of your relationships can be one of the most accurate indicators of how many vibrant, healthy years you have ahead. Researchers around the world have found that people who maintain strong bonds with family, friends, and their community experience a much lower risk of early death compared to those who live in isolation. In fact, chronic loneliness has been shown to be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, increasing the risk of heart disease, dementia, depression, and even weakening the immune system. Imagine two women, Evelyn and Doris, both 78 years old. Evelyn has always believed in the power of staying connected. Every week she calls her children and grandchildren, joins her friends for morning walks at the park, attends book club meetings at her local library, and volunteers at a local food pantry. Even on days when she feels tired, she knows the value of saying yes to a coffee date or a group activity. These small but consistent moments of connection fill her days with laughter, purpose, and warmth. Evelyn's mind stays sharp, her spirits high, and her health remarkably stable for her age. Meanwhile, Doris has slowly drifted into isolation over the years. Life changes, like retirement, the passing of a spouse, or friends moving away, left her with fewer social ties. At first, the solitude seemed manageable, but over time, the days grew quieter and lonelier. She stopped reaching out. She spent more time in front of the television than talking to real people. Without meaningful interactions, Doris began feeling invisible, her energy waned, and she developed symptoms of depression. Her physical health also began to decline. Doctors noted her blood pressure rising and her cognitive tests showing mild impairment, a sad but common outcome of prolonged social isolation. Social interaction is not a luxury or even nice to have. It's essential, like sunlight to a plant. When you engage with others, your brain stays active, your body produces chemicals that reduce stress and inflammation, and you foster emotional resilience that protects you against the inevitable challenges of aging. Connection keeps your heart healthier, your mind sharper, and your life more vibrant. If you found yourself pulling away from friends, skipping gatherings, or spending far too much time alone without meaningful conversations, it's time to change course, not just for your happiness, but for your health. Rebuilding or strengthening your social life doesn't mean you have to become a social butterfly overnight. Start small. Join a local club. Volunteer for a cause you care about. Take a class in something you enjoy, or simply call an old friend for a catch-up. Even brief, genuine interactions can make a huge difference over time. Ask yourself honestly, are you nurturing your relationships the way you care for your body? Are you setting aside time each week to connect with someone, to listen, to share, to laugh? Because relationships are not just a source of joy, they are one of the most potent medicines for a long, healthy life. In the end, it's the people we share our lives with who give our days meaning and our heart strength. So, if you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment the number 7 below to let me know you're still here and engaged. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell so you won't miss future videos packed with tips on living your best, healthiest life well into your golden years. Your support helps us grow a community that's committed to living not just longer, but fuller, happier, more connected lives. Now, let's keep moving forward together. Now that you've learned about these 7 powerful signs, take a quiet moment to reflect. Where do you truly stand today? Are you moving through life with strength, confidence, and resilience? Or have you started to notice subtle changes, a slower walking pace, a weaker grip, a stumble here and there, restless nights, smaller meals, mounting stress, or growing isolation that might be trying to get your attention? The important thing to remember is this: these signs are not final verdicts. They are invitations, warnings, yes, but also opportunities to reclaim your health, your vitality, and your future. The most encouraging truth is that many of these factors, your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress management, and social connections, are within your control. You are not at the mercy of fate or genetics alone. The decisions you make today, even the small ones, can have a powerful, lasting impact on the number of healthy years ahead of you. Every walk you take, every healthy meal you prepare, every deep breath you practice, every connection you nurture, it all adds up to a stronger, fuller life. If you recognized areas where you could improve, don't wait for a doctor's warning or a health scare to spur you into action. Your body whispers before it screams. Listen now while the whispers are gentle and start making those meaningful changes. Add more movement into your days. Challenge your muscles. Prioritize your sleep like the vital healing time it is. Stay connected to the people you care about and allow yourself to keep finding joy, purpose, and laughter. Learn to manage stress not just by ignoring problems, but by building resilience, practicing gratitude, and focusing on what you can control. The ultimate goal isn't just to extend the number of years you live. It's to ensure those years are filled with strength, independence, joy, and meaning. Longevity without quality is merely existence, but a vibrant, engaged life, full of energy and connection, that's a life worth fighting for and building toward every single day. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We'd genuinely love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned or one step you plan to take after hearing these signs. Your voice matters to us. Reading your thoughts, your goals, and your journeys not only inspires us, it builds a community of support, motivation, and hope for everyone watching.